Very well done. So, how was yesterday in Berlin? Did you have time to go around, see something?
We did. I'll talk for AJ. You do sign language and I'll tell you. AJ's interpreting. No, you talk in German and I'll tell them in English. Okay. Okay, AJ said he had a really good time here. He went to bed early last night. No. He says better. He said Howie is the best.
That is correct.
He said he was a good boy. He went to sleep last night early. Unlike the night before, AJ and I went out and drank a couple of German beers.
Nice.
And we stayed up a little late. But last night, both of us were good boys. We went to bed early so we could look nice and wait for you guys today. And but actually, no. I went out with a couple of our friends, our agent here, and some other towns that's here doing the Comic-Con. I went out to a good bratwurst grill.
Ooh, did you?
Had some currywurst.
Oh, it is nice, isn't it?
Yes, very good. And a good Hefeweizen beer.
Ooh.
And AJ, you can talk now.
Thank you, Howie. Wie geht's? Actually, the other day I went shopping, per usual. Went to an awesome sneaker shop called Overkill.
Nice.
Got some cool sneakers, and I'm actually looking really forward to walking around the con today. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, but today I'm definitely going to walk around and go, not too crazy, but I might buy a lot of stuff. We'll see what happens. I love these cons, I love it.
So what you aiming for?
Anything Marvel. I do know that there's a couple of Friends t-shirts from the TV show Friends. I'm a huge fan of Friends. So I'm gonna pick up some stuff and then hopefully get a couple of gifts for my two girls.
All right, what they're into?
Anything that's involving unicorns or My Little Pony. So, yeah.
I guess there's gonna be a variety of products
yes,
for you.
Or
there.
princesses.
Yeah, princesses always. And Howie, are you going to go on a shopping spree? Oh wow.
I'm going to go on to the doctor and now AJ just took the microphone like,
hey, all right.
Let me get the other mic out of the picture. Go for it.
Yeah, no, I'd love to do some shopping here. This is probably my second proper Comic-Con that I've done.
Really?
I did two in the States, but one wasn't a real Comic-Con. But the last one I did with AJ and Nick was I think it was called Fanboy, is that right? In Knoxville.
All right.
And so I'm very new to the Comic-Con world. But it's really cool. It's really exciting and just to see all the love and the passion that goes into these people who come here for these, to see all their favorite comic characters and artists that are here, you know, signing. So I definitely want to walk around because I'm still like a new kid in a candy store.
Oh yes, please. Like we are a nice, friendly, weird bunch that has a lot of passion to what we do and a lot
Love
of
it. Love it. It's awesome.
And we welcome every other weirdo too. Am I right? Okay, am I right? They didn't have their coffee yet.
Wake up.
Yeah. You know,
Still early.
It's a church day today.
That's right.
So everybody's still in church. All right, guys. So you were talking about the sneakers because I'm fascinated. Do you both have collections of it, or what is the deal?
I definitely have a rather large collection of sneakers.
What you mean by large?
Probably large. I don't know if they really use this terminology in Europe, but there's a term called dead stock. And dead stock is basically shoes that you will never wear. They stay in the box, they stay in the plastic, and they become a collector's item.
All right.
So I have about 600 dead stock and about 400 that I wear. I sometimes buy doubles. If there's a certain shoe that I know is super limited, I'll buy two, one that goes on the shelf and one that goes on my feet.
Nice.
And I've got a little baby collection starting for both my daughters.
Aww.
So, the littlest Jordans you've ever seen. It's so cute. Yeah.
How about you?
I'm opposite of AJ.
No?
AJ's very verrückt. I have a very limited amount of shoes.
Reasonable.
Yes, these are my favorites because they go with a lot of things.
Okay.
So these are what I call my tour shoes. Because when I'm traveling for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
I can't have a suitcase of just all shoes.
I presume that AJ has a whole trunk.
AJ has a separate suitcase.
I have a suitcase just for shoes.
Shoes and then one for his hats.
Yes, one, and also for my hats, yes.
I have one suitcase on the whole thing.
See, that's efficient. I like
I have a
that.
separate suitcase for my underwear. and
He's
socks.
much more practical than me. Yeah.
Underhoses, I have a separate.
Oh, his underhosen. All the underhosens.
All right. Wow, that's pretty good. Sorry, but guys, you both, we know you from Backstreet Boys, of course, but you also are both involved in charity, very much so. So, can you please tell a little bit more about both of your foundations, AJ?
I mean, look, we have been given such an amazing gift to be still going strong for 25 years, and to be able to give back and to be in our position, you know, is something that we all take very, very seriously. I know Howie has his Lupus Foundation for his sister. I did have a foundation back in the day for juvenile diabetes research.
Okay.
I've since dissolved that, but I'm getting more and more involved with any type of cancer research, also anything that helps keep animals safe. I'm a huge animal lover, so you know, look, again, to be able to give back to the community in whatever way, shape, or form is something that we really take pride in, and will forever always try to be involved with any type of charity.
That's pretty awesome. And how can you tell us more about your foundation?
Yes, like AJ said, many years ago when we first started getting success in the Backstreet Boys, for us it was about giving back, you know, because we've been blessed so much over the years with, you know, all the success that we've had, that it's just the right humane thing to do, to give back and to help others. And so like AJ said, in the past, we've all had our own individual foundations. I personally had a lupus foundation because I lost a sister many years ago to lupus. So I was doing a lot of work with that. But at the same time, like AJ said, you know, not only do we, you know, work for our own foundations that we've had or currently have or did have in the past, we also give a lot of help, like AJ said, to cancer, to anything dealing with kids, autism. You know, we're getting ready to do a benefit in Vegas with autism, with some people we know. And so it's whatever we can do that we are able just to help bring awareness is what we try to do.
Well, that's pretty cool. Thank you very much for contributing, you know, everybody's definitely grateful for you guys doing the good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, I can talk to you for ages, but I think I will give our audience a little bit of chance to ask questions. Guys, any questions that you have, please raise your hand and wave. There is a question.
Don't be shy.
Oh, there's one. There's one too. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
What was the coolest pose you did on a photo?
Coolest pose on a photo? Oh,
Show it, stand up and show it.
There's been some photos that we wish had never happened. Unfortunately, a lot of those were over here in Europe back in the day. Some of the wardrobe that we were given was less than flattering, but you know, but that was the look back in the 90s. But looking back now, it's like, what the hell were we thinking? Like, no. But pose-wise, there is here. We'll both do it. There's the official boy band pose. So Howie, do yours and I'll do mine. Come on. Don't give me that
You go
look.
first.
Come on. Boy band pose. Come on.
Yeah, you go first.
So,
Yeah.
or you have to point at nothing.
Yeah.
Straight to our hearts. That's a point, straight to our hearts.
Howie used to do this right here.
Hey, calm down.
Oh, you did.
You know, I think I did that maybe once.
But it's
One
stuck with you.
photo.
It's stuck with you.
And ever since then, I've gotten ragged on that by the guys, like, all the time. But I'm gonna go back and look, and I'm sure there's been at least once we all did that pose. But for some reason,
I never,
wait for it.
no.
You do that pose at night.
Yeah,
Without
I
the
do it in
cameras.
my room at night to reminisce.
That's how you sleep.
See, exactly.
And you were talking about fashion choices. What was the worst look that you remember?
There's been quite a few. There was one that we did. We were in these bright silver shirts, holding silver disco balls, and God bless her heart, but the makeup artist made us all look so white, like we looked dead. And it just was not the most flattering photo ever. You can Google it, you'll find it. Oh yeah.
Murder on the Dance Floor, no?
I don't know if it was for a British magazine or if it was for Popcorn back in the day, which was a German magazine. Yeah, but it's a pretty bad picture.
Yeah. Alright, thank you guys. Another question, please?
That was for Popcorn, by the way.
It was Popcorn. Yep, see, my memory's good.
Howie, yesterday I got you talking about your solo projects. So, AJ, can you tell us about your solo projects?
Actually, there's a couple. Well, I'm currently in the studio making what I guess you would consider my second solo album, but seeing how the first album never really went anywhere, unfortunately, this is what I'm considering to be my first solo endeavor. It's a pop country album. I've been working with some amazingly talented writers and producers in Nashville, as well as back in LA. And then I recently teamed up with a pharmaceutical company called Vivera. We have 2 different products that'll be coming out. One is called Opitox, which is an at-home, non-narcotic opiate detox kit. Opioids is becoming one of the #1 killers across the entire globe, and whatever I can do to help give back to people that may not be able to get the right help to get sober. So we have that, as well as we have something for pain management. Because if you think about it, there's nothing in between ibuprofen and Narcos. So now we have something right down the middle called Tibia, which helps with pain. It's all CBD based. So hopefully this will help with people's pain, as well as people that are hooked on opioids. Hopefully we can help you get sober. So, busy guy.
That is very important. Thank you so much for
Of course.
sitting into it. Wow. That's very important.
Oh, hello.
Morning.
When did you come, all the guys, to Germany for Berlin in a concert? Is the tour planned?
Next year?
Next year, yes.
Yeah.
We're just starting yep. Oh, it's happening. No, we're just now in the early stages of pre-production, talking about what the stage is going to look like, what the show is going to consist of, what songs are going to go in the show, which is always a task, because you have 5 guys picking whatever songs that they want in the show, so it doesn't always go smoothly. But we're definitely going to be back here on tour. It's a world tour, and definitely going to come back to Deutschland, for sure. For sure.
A new record.
Nice.
Gotta come back to Deutschland.
Hello. I'm in the middle, right in front.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
Hello. Hello again. Got my question. So it's kind of a 2-part question about the next single. First, we saw some brief pictures of what it could possibly be, so thank you. I don't think it's you singing in fields again, but it would be great. One question is just around if that's inside like a station, or I think it was somewhere in LA. Would a future single possibly be with like a Joseph Kahn again for something big like Everybody or Larger Than Life? And secondly, about that single, what is the timing of that versus the album?
Well, as far as the location, we did shoot in downtown LA. It's at a place called Union Station. It's a train station, basically. But the way that we shot the video, since I co-directed the video and also co-wrote the treatment, we wanted to kind of take you off on this journey where you really don't know if it's modern day, if it's a period piece, if it's the future, where it really is. It's kind of its own time. For the first time, we're actually all wearing suits in the video, which is something we've never done before. Looking pretty dapper, if I do say so myself. We all look pretty darn good. But it's kind of going to be an homage to like La La Land meets Serendipity. It's more along the lines of like a love story. I think you guys are really going to love the video. It turned out amazing, and I'm super proud of it, and the guys love it, so hopefully I can do some more directing down the road. These guys hopefully trust me enough to do it. But as far as timing, I'll pass it on to Howie.
It will be out before this year. It finishes. And the album will be out before next year's finished.
I like that. That's good. That's good. Vague, but right to the point.
Now the single will be out soon. I think we're hopefully shooting for it to be out next month, if not sometime here really soon, because we got the song done and we got the video done. So now it's just in the matter of the editing process to be finished, and then the song will probably be released, hopefully simultaneously together with the video. And then the album, we're shooting for early next year is kind of what we're shooting for right now. We're getting the final touches right now put on it. I think we've got about 10 songs that we agree with the label that we're going to put on the record that we're all in agreement. So there's a couple extra songs that we just have to finalize what we're going to put as bonus tracks for certain places that request bonus tracks. So, but I think that'll all start wrapping up here this next month. We'll be done with everything.
Nice.
It's a pretty darn good album. I think you guys are going to be super happy. To me, it's one of my favorites since Millennium, honestly.
Nice. Is there any cool collaborations on the album, or you just do it?
Actually, the new single, I guess, technically is a collaboration with Ryan Tedder and with Shawn Mendes, who are the writers on the song. Tedder's been a longtime friend of mine, as well as some of the other guys in the group. He's super talented, and but not any other real collabs as of right now. But who's to say if we do a remix of a single that we don't maybe get a featured rapper or a DJ or somebody? You know, the door's always open for that. So who knows?
That was pretty cool. Thank you. Guys, another question there.
Yeah, it's me again. I have a question I've always asking myself, like, Howie and AJ, what's your favorite song from the Backstreet Boys? And could you sing like 3 to 4 lines from the song?
Favorite song? Well, you probably find it's 2 different songs from us. I'd say for me, one of my favorites would go something like, trying to think of the right key.
Please do.
I'll change the key for me. Let's talk about one, baby. You gotta hear me out. Do you really wanna be last to know what it's all about? Let's talk about you. You say he's the essence of your life, but it leaves you up from inside, so and he doesn't wanna know. So yeah, that one would be mine. Get another boyfriend. Yes. I finally got it in the show.
Yes.
It's in the show in Vegas. Yay!
He did.
It took me years to get these guys. Howie was always on my side to put the song back in the show since the Black and Blue tour, but I finally got my way.
He's still really mad at Nick for
I know.
persuading people to
Nick was trying to
be the
persuade.
one as the single instead of getting another boyfriend, because that was actually they were the 2 contenders.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. So what's your favorite, dude?
Mine is. When you talk, does it seem like he's not even listening to a word you say? Well, that's okay, babe. Just tell me your problems. I'll try my best to kiss them all. No way.
Nice, dude. Nice. No, that's just you. It's just you.
My love is all I heard. Come on,
I thought it was going to be just 2 different songs.
AJ,
It's okay. It's unbelievable. Settle down.
That was awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Guys, any other questions? Because I don't know how you can top this off. There's one? There's a question. There in the back.
Where?
There.
Hey. Hello.
So guys, do you just spontaneously sometimes just sing?
Wie geht's?
Good.
Gut. Sehr gut.
My question is, you know the scene of Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yes.
What was your first requestion of this?
When I saw it, I was beside myself. I thought it was brilliantly done. I thought it was hilarious. I know that Andy Samberg is actually a genuinely true Backstreet Boy fan, and the show is absolutely hilarious. But when I saw that specific scene, it's just cool to me now to kind of think Backstreet Boys are still cool. Backstreet Boys are still relevant, which is something that is amazing to me after 25 years to be on a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is part of pop culture now. It's current, it's fresh, it's fun, and it's kind of like an homage to us, you know, which is really cool. I thought it was freaking awesome. So fun.
True.
Yeah. Definitely. No, it was really cool. Actually, I remember the first time I got it was sent from my, I guess he could be considered a step brother-in-law. He sent it to me. He was a police officer in New Jersey, and he sent it over to me. He said it was going viral around the whole police department area and how everybody was just laughing about it. And I saw it, and next thing you know, like within like a week, I got like everybody sending me that link to see it. So it's cool how, like you say, it went viral and how, you know, it's. I just recently saw something else that it was a movie I saw on the airplane. It was, I can't remember the name of the movie. It was out this past year. It says the title has something to do with words not said, or I don't know. But
Is it with the father and daughter singing? Yeah.
The father and daughter. Do you know which movie I'm talking about?
Yeah, I just saw the trailer for it. It's with what is the name from Parks and Rec? Oh my God, shit. I can't think, but in the trailer, the dad says something along the lines of, you know, do you kind of want it that way? And she's like, wait, Dad, are you referencing the Backstreet Boys?
Yeah.
And the dad says, you gotta admit, it's a pretty good song.
Yeah, because actually what it was is like, she's like, they were trying to, it's a father and a daughter, like AJ said, and the father was like a washed up singer back in the days, and he owns like a record like store that sells records and stuff like that. The daughter is like just graduating high school, and she's getting ready to go off to college to be a doctor. But the father really wants her to stay home to just be in a band with him. And so they start writing music like they did when they were younger, when she was younger. And he's like, we gotta come up with a title. And she's like, it just can't be any title. And she's like, it has to make sense. He's like, what about I Want It That Way? He's like, that didn't make sense. And she's like, are you referring to the Backstreet Boys, Dad?
So
he's
cool.
like, yeah, but it's so true that title of that song, I mean,
It
not that
makes
title,
no sense.
but the song itself, to this day, we've actually said it sometimes in interviews, that it's funny that it's actually somebody took that and used it in a movie.
Yeah, it's, you know, one of our biggest records, and still it makes no sense. But that's okay. It's a great song with great melodies, and that's what makes a great song.
And guys, you have to admit that you do have a huge impact on pop culture. I don't know if like from your day-to-day life you probably don't see it, but for us, like it's like Backstreet Boys are relevant. Like every day you have reference for Backstreet Boys, so please do acknowledge that, and thank you so much for the influence in the pop culture.
We definitely do, and I feel like now our eyes are much more wide open to really see what's really going on in pop culture, just overall, and to see how much we're still a big part of that is pretty awesome. And hats off to our amazing fans. Hats off to anyone that believes in pop music, that loves the Backstreet Boys, that just likes, you know, good quality music, and going back into a certain time when you were younger and you could always know where you were when you first heard Backstreet Boys. That's pretty cool to me, you know. 25 years still going strong. Hopefully we got 25 more years. So be like this. Backstreet's back. All right. Backstreet's back. All right. I gotta sit.
Thank you so much. That's all the time we have for you, unfortunately.
Thank you so much.
Guys,